Good evening, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, BVon Squires, and today we are sponsored by Spirit Source Connection. If you are new, I want to say welcome. Welcome, welcome. I hope you hear something today that will encourage you to come back again next week at the same time, at the same place. And if you are returning, I want to say thank you so much. I could not do this without you. Your love and support mean the world to me. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. Okay, so over the past couple of weeks, we have been doing a series on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Not those mediocre, average, but highly effective people. So today, I am going to give us a brief recap as we get started. I have a lot of information I'm going to share with you today, so let's just jump right on in. Okay, so habit 1 was be proactive. This allowed us to take a look at what we can control and those things that we cannot control, so that we don't use our energy in places that are not going to yield us any fruits, right? Habit number 2 was begin with the end in mind. This is the leadership part of who you are, because here you get to establish a vision and a goal for your life. You get a chance to look forward and see the kind of person you want to be remembered as. You get to look forward to see the kind of life that you want to live. And from there, you get to be creative and itemize, which is habit number 3, right? Begin with the end in mind. This allows us to prioritize the steps involved in reaching our goals. Now, habits 1, 2, and 3 are considered the personal victory. These are things that we do in our private, personal time that equips us to be able to enter the public arena, right? So the public arena starts with habit number 4, which is think win-win. This is an abundance paradigm. We no longer have to compromise what we want in order to get something, right? We don't have to have a win-lose type situation. There's enough for everyone, enough resources, enough accolades, enough for everyone. Then we have habit number 5. Habit number 5 is seek first to understand and then to be understood. This allows us to use our empathetic listening. We get to take off our own ideas, our own attitude, our own perspective, right? And put on another's perspective. We get to walk a mile in another person's shoes. But first, we have to take off our own, right? Okay, so habit number 6 was synergy. Ooh, I loved habit number 6 because it talked all about teamwork, about how we work together for the mutual benefit of everyone involved, how we all bring our best to the table, and we get a chance to hear different ideas. We get a chance to see how people failed in the past, which is so important, because now I know I don't have to go down that road and fail myself because someone's already done it for me. Impressive, right? And then here we go now to habit number 7, which is sharpen the saw. Sharpen the saw. What's that all about, Coach? Well, let me tell you. Sharpening the saw. See, this is something I always say. Don't wait until the storm comes to start building the shelter. JFK said, repair the roof while the sun is still shining, which means if you are being proactive, if you have that personal victory under your belt and you have come into the public arena, you have the ability, right, to look at your life. You have the ability to say, wait a minute, there are more components to who I am, right? So habit number 7 allows us to look at sharpening the saw. You are the saw. I am the saw. And we have to sharpen those things about us so that we can be more productive, so that we can live happy, healthy lives, right? All right, so follow me here. I'm going to take you on a little story. Imagine you're walking through the forest and there's a guy. He is trying to saw down a tree. So you say, hi, sir. What you doing? Trying to saw down a tree. Can't you see? Oh, wow. How long you been at that? His sweat's just pouring down his face. His t-shirt is drenched with sweat because he's been working so hard. Oh, I've been at this for a while. Well, sir, I can see there that your saw is a little dull. Why don't you sharpen it? I told you I am here trying to sharpen a saw. Trying to chop down a tree. I don't have time to sharpen this saw, you idiot. Well, there are two morals to this story. The first one is don't call anybody an idiot. No. And the second one is if you take time to rejuvenate yourself, you will have more energy and more power to be productive. You can work smart, not hard, right? And so are you too busy living that you don't have time to rejuvenate, that you don't have time to do self-care? Do you ever find yourself feeling, depressed or stressed out about something is amiss? Well, chances are you are burning the candle at both ends and have not taken time out to sharpen your saw. And so today I want to encourage you to sharpen your saw. And what that means, it means different things for different people. But what I want you to understand is there are four components, four dimensions, if you will, of who we are as individuals. The first dimension is our body. This is the physical part of who we are, right? This is the physical part that gets up every day, showers on the way to work, doing this, that, and the other, right? What I want to help you understand here is that you have to take care of your body. You only have one body. You only have one mind. You only have one spirit. And so we need to make sure that we're taking care of our components, of our dimensions. See, a lot of people will go out there and they will bench press and get that, work really hard to get those six-pack abs and all that kind of stuff while neglecting other components. Let's say they're neglecting their mental component because they're out there bench pressing and trying to get everything on the physical side all together. And so what I want to help you to understand is any action that you do in any of these dimensions that is in excess will cause you to be off balance in all the other areas. And so balance is the key here. Balance is the key. Moderation and balance. So I want to tell you about eating right. You have to eat your fruits, eat your vegetables. You have to drink your water. Now, a lot of people I know, Coach, I don't like drinking water, Coach, but I know you don't like drinking water. Nobody likes drinking water, but we have to drink water because our body is made up. 70% of our body is made up of water. And we have to continue to flush the toxins out of our body. We have to continue, to drink our water so that we can rejuvenate our system. We don't want it to become stagnant, right? So 30 minutes of exercise per day. If you take your weight and if you divide it in half, that number is the number of ounces of water you need to drink each day in order to maintain a healthy body, right? 30 minutes of exercise, drinking your water. Ooh, and this is a big one. Ooh, this is a really huge one that I have incorporated in my life years ago. You have to get enough sleep. Now, most people think, oh, I don't need a lot of sleep. It don't take all that. 4 or 5 hours, I'm good. Well, you might be good, but let me tell you, you really aren't. Because what happens when you go to sleep, okay, your brain shrinks down really small, right? Your brain shrinks down really small. Then you have the central nervous system, the spinal fluid, shoots up into your cavity, right? And it washes and washes and washes away all of that brain plaque. Brain plaque is comes from using your brain all day. Of course, you got those wheels grinding, you got those bright ideas, you're out there, moving and shaking, using this brain of yours. Well, you have to understand that all of that moving and shaking, all of that grinding is causing brain plaque. And so this process, right, where the spinal fluid shoots up into your cavity, washes away all the plaque. This process takes a minimum of 7 hours. So you have to make sure you get at least 7 hours of sleep so that you can keep that brain plaque at bay. Brain plaque will eat away at your myelin sheath, which is in your brain, and cause Alzheimer's, it causes Parkinson's disease, it causes all kinds of other autoimmune diseases if you do not take care of your myelin sheath, if you do not take care of your mind, okay? So, which leads me to, I want to tell you, if you are the type that likes to have an adult beverage from time to time, more power to you. I just want to help you understand to keep that at a minimum, because it will do damage to your physical body, it will do damage to your mind, and it could possibly do damage to your spiritual body. Okay, all right, so now I want to talk about the other component, which is the emotional component of who we are. Of course we want relationships, of course we want those people to be in our lives and exchange warm emotions with them. See, we all each have a love bank, right? I have my personal love bank, and each one of you has your personal love bank. And so if I want to have a healthy relationship with you, I am going to make deposits into your love bank. And just like you are going to make deposits into my love bank. And what that looks like, kind gestures, right? Kind gestures, just listening, which is habit number 5, goes a long way. And I'm telling you, that's a huge deposit into someone's personal love bank, is just listening and being there to comfort, to, have stimulating conversations, because that's always wonderful too. Stimulating conversations will help get your mind racing and help get your mind going, learning new things. And it also will help you deposit into someone else's love bank. Okay, we want to make sure that we're making those deposits. But the first thing I want you to know also is that we have to make love deposits, or love deposits into our own love bank as well. And what that looks like: being gentle to yourself, not beating yourself up, not calling yourself names, not judging yourself. It looks like, a massage once a week, ooh, or it looks like, just doing a hobby, anything for yourself that's going to make you feel good, that's going to make you appreciate who you are. Because if I don't love myself, and if I don't know how to nurture myself, then how am I going to be able to nurture someone else? How am I going to be able to deposit in someone else's love bank if I don't know how to deposit in my own love bank? All right, so the other thing I want to help you understand is that there's another part of us, which is the spirituality part of us. We are spiritual beings. You guys know, I know that. And if you have been around anytime, you know that too, because I've always told you that you are a spiritual being with supernatural power. Don't you ever forget that. But it is important to develop your spirit. It's important to maintain your spirit. And that can be anything that you want it to be. Any type of spiritual practice that is going to allow you to reinforce those principles that you stand for, those values that you live by. That is going to help you create a spiritual experience, a spiritual connection that can lead you in the right direction. Something that you can hold on to in those desperate times, in those difficult moments. See, and I want to also let you know that if you ever start feeling like you're losing your way, like you're not really sure of the direction you're going, you can always go back to your personal victory. You can always go back to habit one and make sure that you're not putting your energy somewhere that it's not going to come back to you, that it's not going to be fruitful. Making sure that you're not wasting your energy on things that you have no control over. You want to also make sure that your goals are in check. If you are feeling lost or if you're feeling like you're lacking in direction, go back to your mission statement. Remember what you stand for. Remember you are a person of integrity and that you want to live your life honestly, that you want to live your life being compassionate, that you want others to think of you in a special way. Go back to those habits and take a look at those things that you wrote about yourself and about your goals and dreams that you want to achieve. Because I'm here to tell you that no matter what it is that you want to achieve, you can. You can do it, but you got to believe in yourself. I want to tell you right now that I believe in you. And if you ever need someone to pump you up and give you all kinds of wonderful energy, you can call me. I'm your coach. You can reach me at 317-721-4315, or you can email me at b.von squires@gmail.com. Okay, so I want to help you to understand now that also in your spiritual development, which is so important because there are so many situations and circumstances that we don't have control over. But if you have a higher power, if you have a God that you believe in, you will need his power or that power to get through some of the situations and circumstances in your life. So I'm going to encourage you to pray. I'm going to encourage you to meditate. And if you just do not know exactly what kind of spiritual practice you want to have, then you can experiment. You can always do some research and you can always call me because I'm here to help you always. I believe in you and I know that you are worth the investment. And so the best investment that you're ever going to make is the investment that you make in yourself. So today I am encouraging you to make the investment. Today I am encouraging you to live your life by these 7 habits. I tell you what, if you will jump in and embrace these 7 habits of highly effective people, you will be amazed at the life that you will create for yourself. I'm just so happy to have been able to bring this series to you. It has really helped me also. It has helped me look at my own personal life. What goals do I have? I have a goal. I'm having a procedure done in September. And so I want to make sure that my body is as healthy as it can be going into that procedure. So I can't wait until the week of the procedure to start trying to put some things in place. I have to do that now so that when September comes, I can reach that goal. And so I've been able to prioritize the steps that's going to take me to reach that goal. So I started yesterday walking for 30 minutes. I have already been eating a nice healthy diet, but I was lacking in exercise. And so I was able to do that yesterday and it felt so great. I slept so well last night. And when I woke up this morning, my mind was nice and clear. It was like it just jumped right into action. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I need my coffee. But not this morning. This morning, I just felt so good, so rejuvenated from the exercising that I did yesterday. I'm here to tell you, if you will just spend some time exercising, spend some time sharpening your mind, you can always research something new. You can always have a hobby or reach out for your talents, something like that. I also want you to know that if anytime you feel unbalanced, please call me. Please call me so that I can help you, so that I can get you back on track, so that you can achieve all those wonderful, magnificent goals that you have to achieve. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. Thank you so much for joining me here. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you about Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think next week I think I'm going to start emotional intelligence. Ooh, what's that, Coach? You'll have to come back next week and see. Okay, guys, have a great night and a great rest of the week. I will be praying for you that God will bless you real good, and that everything that you want is coming to you. I know it is. And so all you have to do is believe it and receive it. That's going to be it. Good night, guys. Thank you.